The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, from South Carolina, Hunt Stuff. And the opponent, from Texas.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's Taz, and I'm Michael Cole here at ringside, welcoming you to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Hey, I got top billing tonight. I'll pay you later.
Well, what can I say? These Minneapolis fans have got me in such a great mood. I'm feeling especially generous tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing an incredible display of athletic ability here tonight.
What do you expect, Cole? These are WWE superstars, for crying out loud. They're the greatest athletes in the world.
True enough, Taz. There's no off-season for them. There's no month or two off between matches.
There sure ain't, Cole. I mean, these guys are here week in and week out, and every night they leave it in the ring.
And they do it all for the WWE fans, Taz. Without them, none of us...
That was a textbook reversal. I don't know. He's putting a lot on the line going up there. Look at these superstars go. It's obvious they've done their homework on each other.
That's for sure. This match might have been over by now if they hadn't.
90% of a match is in the preparation, Cole. You gotta come ready for the battle.
I knew it was only a matter of time before we saw that. I don't like it, but as long as it wins matches, it's going to keep happening.
That's the bottom line, Cole. If you're not doing everything you can to win, then you're in the wrong game. Oh boy, looks like someone's moving up in the world. I think we might be in for a finisher here, Cole. Wow, great reversal. This could be big, but it could backfire real bad, too. Thank you, Captain Obvious.
I just think it's unfortunate whenever a superstar decides to cheat to win, rather than compete fairly. Nice reversal.
Can you believe this match so far, Cole?
I really can't, Taz. This isn't anything like what I expected from these competitors.
Yeah, I gotta admit, they're surprising the hell out of me here, too.
And I think it's that unpredictability that makes these superstars so exciting to watch.
Looks like they might be taking this match down a notch here, Cole.
The pace of the match may have slowed, but the intensity of these superstars certainly hasn't.
You can say that again. Waiting for your opponent to make a move or give an opening can be just as intense as putting him through a table.
And whether or not you have that kind of patience often means the difference between winning and losing a match.
2, 3.
Man, Cole, I don't want this match to end.
I'm with you, partner, but it's got to end sooner or later.
Well, whichever way it goes, no one can say that these superstars didn't give it everything they got. Well, I think this one's pretty much a foregone conclusion. Not too tough to figure out who's going to win this one.
You know, this wouldn't be the first time you've made a prediction that didn't pan out.
That's pretty funny. You know what I predict? You keep up with your mouth, you're going to have a permanent limp. tell you, as long as these superstars have got anything left in the tank, they'll just keep going.
They certainly don't look like they're going to give anything less than 100% here tonight.
I'll tell you, anyone who thinks this business is a piece of cake, they should get in the ring with these superstars.
I don't think anyone would last too long against them. These are trained WWE professionals. What a counter that was. These superstars are so unpredictable. I'm having a hard time figuring out what they're going to do next.
Don't bother, Cole. I don't think you're going to be able to. Look at this, Cole. Look at this.
Oh, my God. There's a reason that's called a finishing move. The match usually doesn't go much longer.
There's the cover.
1, 2, 3.
It sounds like this. I don't believe it.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring. And the opponent, from New York.
A big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR, Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight.
This is great, JR. Would you call this one a slobber knocker?
It's too early to tell, King, but it's definitely one hellacious matchup, no doubt about it.
I think these superstars have a legitimate beef with each other, JR.
So do I, King. I'm not so sure their issues with each other are going to be solved with one match.
I hope not. I'd love to see them go at it again and again. What a counter! These superstars are putting on a great match so far, JR. But if they drop the ball, these fans will let them hear about it.
I don't think that's going to happen, King. These competitors know that their paychecks come straight from the WWE fans. They're not going to let them down.
Yeah, but if they don't keep the fans happy...
If wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean. But that's not the case now, is it? You've got to ask yourself, how much punishment will these superstars be able to withstand tonight?
I don't know, JR, but I think they're pretty intent on finding out.
They certainly are. I don't know how it's going to end, but I can guarantee you they're going to leave it all in the ring. This is Raw action at its finest. That's why Raw is the #1 brand of sports entertainment.
You've got that right, JR. You're not going to see this kind of action on SmackDown.
Not on SmackDown or anywhere else. There's nothing else out there that can come close to the excitement of seeing the Raw superstars perform live.
Oh boy, these top rope moves can go either way.
I'll be honest with you, King. This is not the way I thought this match would go at all.
Me neither, JR. I guess that just goes to show that anything can happen in the WWE.
I think you hit the nail right on the head, King. And it's that unpredictability that makes it so exciting. And it's been reversed.
It's matches like this that make this the greatest job in the world, JR.
Absolutely, King. I wouldn't trade it for anything.
Oh, boy. Here it comes.
And there's the cover.
1, 2.
I think these superstars
Three.
are getting some feedback.
That's it. That's all she wrote. There's no
Here's your
question
winner,
that was a hard-fought
The
pin,
Miz.
King.
I'm actually surprised at the outcome, JR. That match went a lot differently than I thought it would.
Well, that just goes to show you, anything can happen in WWE.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. And the opponent,
A big New England welcome from Portland, Maine. This is good old JR, Jim Ross here with Jerry the King Lawler.
I've never seen a crowd so fired up, JR. They can't wait to get started, and neither can I.
That makes two of us, King. I don't think Portland's going to know what hit it after tonight.
I think this one could go either way, JR.
It sure could, until the referee calls for the... And it's been reversed. There's no room for error when you're on the top rope.
You know, JR, when I saw this match on paper, I wasn't too sure about it. But it's turned out a lot better than I thought it would.
I'm not at all surprised, King. I knew this was going to be a terrific matchup.
Oh, come on, JR. You're just talking through your hat. And speaking of hats, when are you going to get rid of that silly thing anyway?
Right about the time you stop wearing that crown, I'd say. Boy, when you look at these superstars, it really drives home the fact that Raw is the dominant brand of sports entertainment.
Oh, there's no doubt about that, JR. There's not a superstar on the SmackDown roster who could hold a candle to Raw's finest.
I wouldn't go that far, King. There are quite a few SmackDown superstars who I'd love to have on Raw.
Oh, come on, JR. Why would you want to lower the tone of the Raw locker room by bringing in some losers from SmackDown?
King, next time you call Undertaker, Kurt Angle, and John Cena losers, make sure you give me some warning so I can get out of the way before you do it. I don't want to be a part of any of your trouble.
What a finishing move! I get chills every time I see it.
The referee has called for the bell. That's it.
A
Here's
victory
your
by
winner,
knockout? That's about as brutal as it
the
gets.
You
Queen.
talk about a slobber knocker. That was a human demolition derby right there.
You know, JR, usually when you say things like that, they sound silly. But I can't think of a better way to put it. What a match!